What's going on? It's your boy Mixmaster B here, live from the MMB Radio Studios for the MMB Radio Podcast, where no topic is too big or too small. We talk about them all. And on the phone lines tonight, on tonight's episode, I want to welcome in a woman who I kind of just found out of pure luck surfing through Twitter. And I'm glad I did, because you're going to fall in love with her just as much as I've fallen in love with her. She's a live streamer and a fetish model and so many other tags and labels, and we're going to get into all that. But I will welcome her in right now, Miss Kandii Kitten. Kandii, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing awesome. Thank you for talking to us. And as I mentioned, a lot of different tags and labels you got there. And a lot of people are, they don't like the tag situation. They don't like the labels. They're all like, I've had beyond numerous talent on the show, and some like to be called porn stars, some like to be called adult entertainers. I mean, I'm going by your Twitter bio, and it says, live streamer and fetish model and a base slut and crypto bitch. So, I mean, that's a lot to get into.
Oh yeah, it's constantly changing too.
It's just the world we live in.
I try
Everything
to be
changes.
so vague. Yeah.
So
it all falls under the same category anyways.
Yeah, it's all, sex work, and we're going to talk about that as well, because I want to get your opinions on that. But a lot of people, when they see, webcam models and everything, and essentially, I mean, that's what you're doing, right? Like webcam modeling, live streaming?
Yeah.
Now, how did you kind of fall into doing that type of work?
I don't really know. I just heard of it one day, and I was like, well, if I hate it, I'll just log off. So
it's just that simple.
I ended up liking it, obviously, and yeah, I just kept doing it. At first, I was super nervous, but as I got to know people online, it just became more comfortable and casual.
And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the whole podcasting thing, because anybody that knows me knows I've been doing this for quite a while before it was even coined podcasting. So I've been doing the whole interview thing for a while, and it's so much easier now that anybody can just hop on a computer, and you don't even need a computer or a laptop. People do it right from their phones now and do podcasting. So when I see webcam models, I mean, I know them from back in the day when people were doing it. How easy was it for you to get acquainted to the whole webcamming world, like just getting into it?
It's crazy, honestly, because it's so easy to get into it, and now I feel like everything's so being upgraded and changing, and I'm like still in the old version of webcamming.
That I can attest to that, because during a pandemic, and I say during, we're still kind of in this fucked up world of the pandemic, but during that I learned a lot more time and crafting the podcasting world. And I can remember when I first started doing it, it was hard. Like, it wasn't something that was like so easy that you 5 minutes you're all set up and doing it. So when you started doing it, how was it something where you just kind of just went on a website, or like kind of take us through the whole process of this? Is it like a 5-minute process, or is it a little bit more detailed than that?
Well, honestly, I didn't really do much research before logging on at all. I just kind of like saw that the site was there, and I like saw people like my age and stuff were streaming on it, and I saw that it was a nude site, and that's pretty much it. I just like downloaded the program and was like, I'm just gonna try it tomorrow and see what happens.
See, I thought about doing that too with the porn world, but my story and journey just did not work out as well as yours is. So yeah, but to each their own for that. But let everybody kind of know too where you're originally from. Like, where are you? Like, what part of the country are you from?
I'm from Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah, I grew up in a small town. I just kind of started webcamming because I was super bored. There's not much to do in small towns.
What was life like growing up in Wisconsin? I mean, you could only eat so much cheese and scream "Go Pack, go!"
Oh yeah, totally. Like, I was considered so nerdy growing up because I would spend like 90% of my time on the computer.
So when you were doing that, I mean, like, did you have like much of a social life? I mean, did you have boyfriends? Did you go out? Or you say you're nerdy, but like, elaborate on that. Like, what was some of your hobbies that you were doing?
Oh, I would like go to raves and stuff like that too. I wasn't like a complete shut-in, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago, people weren't on like, you know, PC as much.
Yeah, it was a different world then, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, when you're doing it though, I mean, like, did you grow up being kind of promiscuous, or? I mean, it's not just something that anybody just turns on the computer and be like, "Fuck it, I'm bored. I'm gonna go take my clothes off." Like,
Well, I feel like I would literally spend so much time on the internet that I was exposed to so much and almost like desensitized to it.
hmm
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, I was just like watching stuff, not even realizing it's porn.
it sounds like what Billie Eilish was going through, where she's like been so fucked up from watching porn when at a young age that it doesn't affect her anymore. So, I mean, is that kind of like the same thing? Were you watching a lot of porn?
Not like straight up porn, but yeah, you know how the internet is.
Like the weird
I
shit
wasn't like on
porn?
Pornhub on internet.
Okay.
I wasn't like on Pornhub, but you know, other
You were in
sites
those
have
deep,
porn on
dark
it.
websites, like the real weird shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, weird to standards of people like that are on Pornhub and the normal stuff. So,
Yeah, not vanilla.
yeah. So, what was some of the stuff you were watching? Like, what is some of the stuff that interests you that kind of kept your attention?
Um, like I first started noticing that like, you know, it wasn't vanilla stuff when it was like, you know, lesbians and stuff like that. And like, you know, like back then it wasn't like as normalized.
hmm
So it was like, you know, talking about that stuff, people would be like, yeah, that's not normal.
I mean, depending who you ask and talk to today, there's still a lot of people that say it's not normal, and it kind of leads me into what I was saying about talking about sex work and the different chapters and avenues of sex work and all the different realms of it. Um, how do you feel when you tell people that you're a sex worker? Because essentially you do fall into that category, right?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really feel any type of way about it. Like, if people judge me, that's on them. Like, your loss. Like, honestly, like I said, I'm like open to any questions people want to ask me about it. So it's like if someone has questions, you know, I'm more than happy to like answer
Oh,
whatever
we
they
got some
want to know.
questions for
But
you.
oh yeah,
Fans were sending in
oh yeah.
questions. So people that follow you on socials and everything were hitting me up. So I do have some questions for you. But again, I kind of want to get into like how you got into all of this because I mean, did you have any type of dreams or aspirations of doing something out of school, or like did you always not have like an end goal to what you wanted to do with your life?
Um, well, I always just liked, you know, photography and stuff like that. And like, you know, I always did like dancing growing up and stuff like that. Like I've always been like super confident in my body and everything like that. So it just like came kind of naturally too, because I've always had like tons of friends online and everything. Like it just kind of like everything fit together.
And then how did friends and family and people you knew react when they found out that this is what you were doing?
Um, some people were like, no reaction. They're just like, do you. Other people hated it. Some people were like super jealous and everything and like tried to literally ruin my life, but it didn't work.
Well, I mean, I could see where, I mean, people would be jealous because it's not, I mean, not saying everybody wants to get naked on camera, but I mean, it takes a lot for somebody to have that confidence to get naked in public in front of people, when people are watching. Although you can't always see the people on the other end, it's the fact that you are getting naked is not something everybody has the balls to do. So I could definitely see where people were jealous with that. But what were some of the things people were doing to try to ruin your life?
Oh my God. So like obviously you've probably heard of people outing you to like your family and stuff like that. Yeah, that happens to me. My ex saw me on like the front page of Chatterbait, basically, and sent it to my parents.
So these people were outing that you were doing webcam modeling?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, sounds like a bunch of haters to me, but it is what it is. I mean, it was eventually probably going to get out anyway, so, they just kind of...
Pretty much.
Did you have, like, a game plan of how you were going to tell your family?
Honestly, no. Like, I didn't think I was going to, like, become that popular. You know what I'm saying?
And then overnight, it just kind of blew up.
Kind of, yeah. Like, I didn't think I was ever going to be on the front page that someone I know would see me or something like that.
And now, like, has your family and your parents kind of come around to the idea, or are they still kind of, like, on the outs anti doing what you do?
I honestly haven't talked to them for a while because they never accept it, and it's, like, always a topic of conversation that they never, ever drop. So it's just, like, I can't continue talking about this constantly.
And then, like, what's a social life like for you? Like, do you date? How do you have a social life and do this?
I date. I have, like, friends and stuff like that. Most of my friends also do, like, webcamming or some form of sex work. Okay. Or, like, they're obviously accepting of it.
Yeah, so they're all kind of in the same world. Did you, like, do guys, like, go up to you and meet you, and then, like, how do you break the news to them that, like, hey, this is what I do? Do they believe you, or is it kind of awkward, or you just never bring it up, or do you just not even surround yourself with those type of people?
I'm usually, like, super vague about it at first. If I, like, barely know them, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I just, like, do work online, or, like, I'm just, like, super vague. And, like, people just don't really ask, like, that many more questions about it.
I mean, that is pretty vague, saying that you do work online. I mean, it is tax season, so they might think you work for, like, H&R Block or something.
Yeah, like, I just say that I do, like, if they ask, like, further, I just say that I do, like, graphics or something, especially if I, like, literally do not know them. If it's, like, a Uber driver or something, I'll just be like, oh, yeah, I make advertisements.
By showing my ass and titties,
Basically, I'll just be, like, really vague. But
well, I can understand with the Uber driver, because you're probably never going to see him again, so he doesn't need to know the deets of what the hell you're doing. But, I mean, like, if you were...
it's not like I'm like, here's my OnlyFans.
Fuck it. I mean, if it's an extra, subscription fee in your pocket, you never know. You can't knock the hustle.
It.
So...
Oh, my God.
So, again, looking through the bio and everything, so fetish model. So what defines a fetish model? Because I feel like it's so fluid and translucent. It's just, like, so much stuff changes with what is considered fetish anymore. What was fetish 15 years ago is, like, on Good Morning America now. So, I mean, like, what is considered fetish?
I mean, for me, I do everything from... foot fetishes, from, like, basic fetishes like foot fetishes to, like, playing with food and everything like that. Slime, literally stuff that I didn't even know was a fetish before someone pays me to do it.
Now, did you have any certain fetishes of your own that you enjoyed or, like, still, like, partake in?
I'm, like, super into femdom. Especially, like, kicking guys in the balls and stuff like that.
Now, do you have people, like, on standby, like extras that can come into your show? Like, if I hit you up right now and said I want, a ball kicking video, do you have somebody waiting, like, in the wings that's, like, ready to get kicked in the nads?
I mean, like, not on standby. I'd probably have to, like, schedule something.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
Now, how hard is it to find people to do stuff like that? Is other people that are in the community? Is this friends? Like, how do you find those people? I feel like
it's not that hard. They hit me up.
But people hit you up and ask to be kicked in the nads?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're braver than I am then, because I don't know if I would be getting kicked in the nads, but hey, to each their own. What's the weirdest request that you've had?
I That's a hard
I mean,
one.
weird
I
to the
always
standards
say
of like
this.
the normal person.
I always say this because this is kind of weird to the standards of like a normal person. It's like super easy for me though, so I'm not gonna say no.
That's what I'm
This
saying. For you,
person,
nothing's weird, but
yeah. So this person, when I first started camming, they paid me to put Kraft cheese singles all over my body and all over my tits.
hmm
Just, specifically Kraft cheese singles. I don't know why, but
and
they liked
they were
that.
out of the plastic wrappers and everything.
Yeah, like, just putting the cheese on my body.
But that might have been a good payday because anybody that's fucked around with Kraft Singles cheese, that's not always the easiest stuff to get open. So time is money. It's you could fiddle around with that for a little bit.
Yeah, I literally just, put the cheese on me and then was like dancing around for a little bit. I mean, like, it was pretty easy, but I told someone about it and they literally thought it was the craziest thing ever.
hmm Well, I mean, the Super Bowl is coming up, so I mean, there's a lot of different food things you could do for that. Um, well, I mean, do you
True.
enjoy doing like the food stuff? Like how messy do you get?
I've done crazy stuff. I've like, yeah, poured stuff all over my face and yeah,
Okay.
I get pretty crazy, but I don't really do food stuff that often. I just think it's one of the weirdest ones because, like I said, people want specific foods or specific things. Like my friend, sorry to call people out, but my friend wanted this um, specifically dial soap.
Okay. Hey, I mean,
Yep.
some people like certain soaps. It's all about the scents, and they want to make sure you're smelling clean, and doing all that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, I have some fan questions here because again, we posted on social that we're going to be
Yes,
on.
I'm so excited.
So, I mean, some of them are kind of funny, and some of them are like really like people put a lot of thought into it. But speaking of the different fetishes, and someone said, kind of goes to the messy stuff. Do you do like water sports? Like, are you into that type of stuff?
Yeah, I made a custom video recently of that.
Okay. And how was that? What was that your first time doing something like that?
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. It
Now,
was like literally, I just was like, this is literally happening while it was happening. I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. Yep.
that's
This
how
is
I feel
really
after
happening.
eating Chipotle. I'm like, it's happening. It's happening. Um,
Yep, like I couldn't believe it too because I like really it took me so long to actually convince my body to physically do it. Like I couldn't I was like I'm ready in my head, but my body was like nope.
Now, did you have somebody doing it to you, or did you doing it to somebody, or is it just kind of just
I was doing it to
yourself?
myself.
Okay. All
I was
right.
literally propped up on my back basically.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, would you be open to the idea of someone else doing it?
Probably not.
Okay.
Like I don't know.
Because
Like
I
I
kind of
know
feel like
what
that's where the guy was
my
going with the
diet is.
question.
Yeah.
When he
Probably not just because I'm a little pussy.
And I guess that kind of leads me to a question that I had. Do you have like a no list? Do you have a list of stuff that is just too extreme for you?
Yeah, but like extreme pain and water sports and blood and everything like that.
Okay. All right.
Illegal things, some stuff.
Now, someone also brought up the fact that I mentioned you have in your bio the crypto bitch. So I don't know nothing about this crypto shit. Like I don't understand it and everything. Like how heavy are you into the crypto game?
I mean, so every day I learn more stuff. So I'm not an expert by any means because every day I'm you think you know everything and then you're just like, what the heck is this person talking about?
hmm
So I mean, I know a pretty fair amount, but I'm not like an expert by any means.
So do you what is it? Like, are you buying and trading and like how's this shit work?
Yeah, I mostly just buy it. I just
And what do you just hold on
find
to it?
coins that I like. Yeah, and
Okay.
I will sell it when I want to like buy something,
I mean, I feel like I
when
feel
I
like
feel like it's worth it.
I feel like such an old fart when people are listening to this now because they're gonna say, "How does this guy not know what any of this shit is?" But like you said, it changes all the time. That
Yeah, it just changes
I'm
constantly.
afraid to get involved in it because I'm afraid it's a trap game. You know, like it's a rabbit hole of some like the whole NFT thing. Like that there is just a mind fuck to me. I think that's like sorry to all the NFT people out there that like obsessed and love it. I think it's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh my God. See, like, it's crazy because some people think it's the stupidest thing ever, but some people literally make a living on it and wouldn't be able to even pay their bills if it wasn't for NFTs. So
So,
it's
so what
like
side of the fence are you on? Like, are you into the NFT thing or are
some
you?
of them are stupid,
Uh huh.
some of them are pretty stupid, and then some of them are kind of cool. And I think it's like, it just depends, like which ones you were wanting and how you want to sell it. Like, sorry to get all technical, but it's like if you want to, if you want to sell it right away, obviously get a cheap one. But if you want to hold on to it, invest in it. You know what I mean?
No, I appreciate the getting all technical about it because like I said, I don't understand it. Like, I feel like could I sell this podcast as an NFT?
I mean, yeah, you can sell anything as an NFT.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I was confused at because a lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's digital stuff," and then I see like people that are selling like limited edition shit, and they're like, "Oh, this is an NFT." I'm like, "No, that's just a limited edition thing." Like I feel like people interchange NFT for just whatever the fuck they want to use it for.
Yeah, it's like you can sell limited edition stuff as an NFT, but not all limited edition stuff is an NFT. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, see, that's
It
that's
would
where
be
that's where it
cool
loses
though.
me.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
th-
Like I feel NFTs are like limited edition because most people don't sell the same NFT on like different platforms.
hmm
It's rare in that aspect. They're not going to sell one NFT on like OpenSea and then sell another on like the same artwork. You know,
still
it just
fucking
like is
confusing.
very, yeah, it's like there's like a code that people go by to make it like actually worth
I'll
something.
just get my shit at Target and Walmart and Amazon and just call it a day. I don't need all that NFT
Pretty
shit.
much. Pretty much. I mean, I'm not against them. Everyone should like, do whatever they want to, I feel like.
I'm right there with you. You know what I mean? You're doing
Yeah,
just like you're doing the webcamming thing. Just kind of do whatever makes you happy, even if other people don't understand it or accept it.
pretty much.
So
Because at
I don't
least
understand
one person will
NFTs.
understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand NFTs. Not that I don't want to accept it. I got too much other shit on my mind to sit there. I feel like I'm in class again. I feel like I'm in school. If I got to learn all this stuff, it's like, I just want the simple shit. It's like playing video games. Back in the day, video games were simple. It was like up, down, left, right. Now it's like you got to be a fucking like scientist or something to like master some of these games. Which kind of leads me into the question someone asked: Are you a gamer?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you play? What's your go-to?
Well, I love Fortnite, Animal Crossing, any like Mario games or Pokemon.
See, now I heard of all those. Those I can get down with. I can do all that.
Yeah.
Some of the ones I don't like. Again, I feel so old. I never thought I would get to that point where I say I feel old. But there's some games out there that are just really like weird and confusing. And I'm just like, yeah, not really into it.
Which ones?
I don't even know the names of these games. They're just some weird ass like shit like that. I don't you know what I don't like? I don't like the games where you have to play them online and you're at the mercy of whether or not the servers want you to allow you to keep playing or not. Like wasn't it Fortnite like a couple years ago that went fucking black?
I don't
Or was that
remember it. It could have
Minecraft or
been.
it was like one of these games where like the whole fucking thing crashed. The game
Oh
crashed.
my God.
And it was just like, wait, people pay money to play this game online, and then whoever owns the game, whether it been, any of the companies or PlayStation or whoever the fuck it was, and they were just like, nope, you're done. And just turned it off on them. Like,
What the heck?
yeah, that was wild. I think it was like, I can't remember. I want to say it was Fortnite. I want to say it
It
was
sounds
Fortnite.
like something Fortnite would do.
It was like a mass like shut off. They're like, yeah, we're going to do some maintenance, so we're not going to notify anybody ahead of time. We're just going to shut shit down, even though you paid to play this. Like, to
Oh
me,
my God,
it's,
that's what every game does. It's probably just like Fortnite got so much attention for it, for like, because they have so many players.
see, I like the old school games where you could just buy the game, you put it in the fucking thing, and you play it.
Yeah, like there's this like arcade basically near my house, and it's like you can literally play like all old games. It's so fun.
Yeah, like, give me Street Fighter and like Mortal Kombat and like, you know what I mean? Like the old school games. Like that was his shit. I used to love when they had an arcade in our mall. Then it switched to like
And
a
it's
pet
like
store
all
and
these knockoffs of Pac-Man.
that's like the cheap what is it, the ROM games that they sell at like the mall during Christmas. I got hustled into one of them. Me and another guy. We bought one of these it looks like a Nintendo, and you plug it in and it's supposed to have like all these games loaded on it. And it was like 90% of them were in fucking Japanese, so you couldn't understand anything or how to start the game. And it was like
Yeah,
their version of Mario, and it's like, oh, this isn't the same
yeah,
thing.
at all. And the fighting games are so hard, and then the controllers are always like literally so like, it's like they're so hard.
They are, and as I said, some of these games are like so difficult to play. Like I used to grow up playing Madden, and now it's like I don't even like.
Oh my God.
I gotta be fucking Bill Belichick or something to play Madden. Like I gotta be like I gotta like study playbooks and everything. Like, no, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars to
Literally.
do that shit. Like, I mean, shout out to the people that got free time to do that, but I'm not memorizing a playbook like I play for the fucking New England Patriots or something. I mean, I'm not Tom Brady here, but
Yeah.
yeah, it can get difficult.
Same with like, okay, competitive, like people get crazy with Mario stuff.
They do. Like,
Anything that's like Mario is like super crazy. Some people get crazy with it and like have custom controllers and everything.
oh, I've seen that. I've seen people trick out their shit. Like, I mean, some of it's kind of dope. You know what I mean? Like, if you're like, I mean, I could see myself probably doing that if I had like a following. People knew who I was, and like I could see myself kind of branding myself. But that's like I always hear like on TV and everything, like these esport leagues and the updates to do for like esports are like this guy, and it's like he's got some weird like stage name, and it's like King Dingaling. Has the highest score in this game, and King Dingaling's earnings were 2.5 million. You're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, I need to be King Dingaling. I need to be making fucking money playing video games. Like, this is insane, and I don't know.
I can't wait for virtual reality stuff too
Now,
to like get more popular.
I was gonna say, what's your take on the whole like the metaverse and stuff like that, virtual reality?
I think it'll be popular, but nobody's doing it right now. But like, I feel like it will become popular probably in like the next 2 years. I feel like
Like, I
just
don't know.
because it's like I feel like it's so much more different. It's like a whole different. It's not even like the same thing as like a PlayStation 5.
Like I've heard people saying about virtual reality that we're at some point we're going to get to a point where like we could put on the headphones or the glasses or whatever they are, and we could be live at an event like a sporting event or a concert as if we were there.
Yeah, like people are already doing that kind of stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Like that is so wild to me. You know what I mean? Because like I mean I've grown up in that era where it's like if you're going to a sporting event, like you go there early, you tailgate, you know what I mean? You do the whole like party before you get into the stadium or the ballpark or the arena. And now it's just like, fuck it, you just roll out of bed. You don't have to get dressed up in your favorite sports gear. You just kind of put on the headphones and the glasses and just kind of watch. Like that's just It's kind of surreal to me.
Yeah, it's like crazy because people already have like jobs in the metaverse and everything of like building it basically.
I mean, I can probably get down with that because I'll be honest, like during the whole pandemic stage that we're in right now, I kind of appreciate the fact that I'm not around a lot of people every day. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I kind of like I'm starting to notice like I lose my patience again. Not the reference I'm getting older, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or it's just like people are just annoying as fuck. But I
See,
like not
like
going out
it's so
places.
funny to me too because it's like I feel like none of this things that people like relate to the pandemic are like new for me at all. Like I've been basically like, you know, I work from home and everything, so
So
it's
I mean,
like
is camming like is this your main income? This is how you live?
yeah.
Like I mean, do you really like make enough money to like live like in a decent place and be able to provide yourself like
I mean like not to brag, but yeah, I'm doing like super good.
that's fine, brag. I mean, if you're doing it, by all means, brag. Like, I just look at it this way. I'm
Yeah,
like,
like my friends are like I said, like people are jealous because it's like, oh my god, like you know, people that you know didn't really know that I make this much before, and then they like come over to my apartment and they're just like, what the fuck? Like I've been in college for like 4 years trying to like you know.
college can be the biggest hustle. Like,
Yeah, or like, you know, people are just like, I went to college for 4 years and I can't even afford an apartment like this. And it's like, sorry.
I mean, that's wild because you think about a lot of people that have their own business, small business, and uh, again, I don't know what you're making, so I don't know if I can classify you as a small business, but I mean, it sounds like you're, big pimping business, but you got to pay for you got to pay for your own like insurance and all that stuff. Like a lot of people are like, I can't have my own small business. If I have my own small business, I got to have a 9 to 5 to kind of, fall back as far as extra income and to pay for taxes and to pay for, 401k and healthcare. And you're able to do all this just by clicking on a camera.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, OnlyFans too has been like a huge help.
Now,
Yeah,
where do you get most of your business from? Is it from OnlyFans or like do you have another site, your own site? Like where's most of this
it varies like month to month. Like my top three are like ManyVids and OnlyFans, and then like I don't even know.
Now, if somebody wanted to, inquire about your services and was like, "Hey, I want a video done." Walk us through the process of that. If somebody's listening right now, they're like, "Hey, I'm really digging this chick. I want to have a video of her putting, I don't know, fucking peanut butter and jelly on her ass with a spatula."
Like
Like, I don't know.
Like if people DM me, I send them like rates depending on whatever they want.
Okay.
It's usually on OnlyFans though, because like my DMs blow up on everything else.
I've blown them up. That's how I got you on this show.
Oh my god.
But it's true. I was like, I gotta get you on because it's like you have like this really like kind of like I would say like an innocent look, but the more you dig deeper, it's like she's not so innocent.
Yeah,
So
I'm literally the worst influence ever.
now, I mean, you say you date and everything, and then, but like, do people get turned away, or do you feel like people are turned on more because of what you do? Like, how do you establish a normal, in the normal world sense, relationship?
Um, like people like who date me tend to be my like friends first. I don't know if that makes sense. Because if people know, like, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to really hide it ever. Like, it's impossible to hide with my apartment. um,
Like when you
like,
walk into your apartment, is it like fucking Pee Wee's Playhouse or something? It's like there's all weird shit all over the place, or
well, like, um,
Like, do I
Well,
feel like I'm
it's
walking into a sex shop?
not necessarily that bad.
Okay. Because, I mean, I've seen some people that do webcamming and everything, and they got fucking dildos and, like, you know, strobe lights and all kinds of weird shit going on in the background. And it's just like, what do you do when someone comes over your house? Like, do you throw everything in a box? Or, like...
Well, it's like I have a separate room for, like, camming and work-related stuff. It's like an office, but for, like, sex.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, it's like a whole room, so I can't really just be like, nobody go in that room without people being super curious.
So you can't put, like, a big...
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't put a big caution sign on the outside because someone's going to want to know, like, what's behind that door? You know, what's behind door number 2?
Yeah, it's just like, how come that door is, what is, like, you know, eventually someone would ask. So
Yeah,
I
how
just
come that
am,
door
like,
has
very,
caution tape on it?
Yeah.
Why is that
So
door
I'm just
welded
pretty
shut?
open about it. Basically, it's like, how come nobody's ever allowed in that one room?
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, honestly, it's like, so for, like, certain times, like, for example, like, I've done, like, live boy-girl shows that were, like, last minute, but it was worth the money, so I just, like, needed someone. So I'm just, like, pretty open about it, honestly. It's, like, you know,
I was gonna
it's
say,
never
what,
really, like, a bad thing.
like, what's your sex life like? Do you, you know, have a very active sex life? Do you?
Yes.
I mean, active obviously for what you do, but I mean, is it like always on camera?
No, it's not always on camera.
Okay.
I, like, never remember to record it.
I mean,
It's like I always think about it after the fact, like, oh, I should have recorded that.
like, do you present the idea to guys? Do guys get freaked out, or you just never bring it up?
Oh, no, I've presented the idea to people. They like it. I've made videos with guys before.
And then, did they, like, get nervous? Like, oh my God, you're going to show this to everybody? Do they care? Or is it just something they want to keep between you and them?
No, they don't care. I
Savage.
literally have people that I don't even know, I've never met, never talked to, just like, if you ever need a volunteer for content, let me know. And I have someone that literally comments on every Instagram picture, like, do you want to date me? I'm just like, dude, I'm not your type.
And for the records, that is not me that's doing that. So anybody's curious, I'm not the one that's messaging her. I mean,
No, every post he comments and he's just like, do you want to go on a date with me? And I'm just like, no response.
he wants to save you. He's trying to be the savior. He wants to bring you back to, you know, normalcy and, you know, this non-sexual world. He's trying to take you to Applebee's.
I'm scared.
Hey, you never know. You might enjoy it, you know? It's like, wow, this is what all these lame normal people are doing all day. You know, $10 appetizers, buy one get one free, bottomless drinks. Like, what the fuck? Now, I mean, do you have, like you say, you get like these random guys? Have you hooked up with random like guys, like one night stands or one night video sessions or whatever?
I have in the past, but not like currently. I have like a few people I go to.
So you got booty calls. You got people on a speed dial ready to go?
Yep, pretty
Okay.
much.
All right. Okay.
You want to know some tea though?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was waiting for you to spill some of it.
Like, tomorrow or the next day, or it might be next week because who knows? But it might be tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm literally getting DP'd.
Really? This is your first time doing
Yeah.
that?
No, I've done it with these two before.
Oh, so this is just a regular occurrence?
This is the second time.
Okay. Now, what is the
Yeah.
prep? What's the prep that goes into something like that? Do you stop
Nothing.
eating or drinking for like a week?
No, I just deal with it.
You just deal with it. Just dealing with it
deal
could be
with it.
messy.
It's not really. It's never been messy.
Okay. I mean, I say
I've never had an issue.
All right, cool. I was gonna say just don't go
Yeah.
out eating at any kind of like buffets or
Knock on wood.
Mexican. Yeah, hopefully I
I
didn't
don't have
jinx
any
you.
issues.
Like I just had
I
refried
didn't know that was
beans
a
before
thing
I did
until
this.
right now.
So I mean, like, kind of take us through the process of that. Like, how's that? The first time you did it, what did that feel like?
It was like, holy shit.
Did it hurt? Like, did it? Was it?
Yeah, it hurt, but it felt good too. It wasn't like it hurt so bad I wanted to stop.
Okay.
So.
And then whose idea was this? Was their idea or yours?
It was their idea.
So are you easily persuaded to do things, or like if you get into like, are you those type that like gets into a certain mood where you're like, fuck it, like I'll do almost anything right now because I'm kind of in the zone.
It was talked about for a while.
Okay.
It was like yes, no, and then like it just happened.
And these two guys are like, I guess, like friends with each other, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's living a good life right there. They can just kind of just hit someone up and are like, yeah, fuck it, come on over, let's do this.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the first time you did it did you videotape it the first time?
No.
And we're videotaping it this time?
Yes.
I was gonna say, how do you forget? Like, I mean, something's going up your ass and up your cooch at the same time. Like, how do you forget that this is going down?
Oh, I didn't forget it was going down. I just forgot to record it.
She's like, I was just so into it at the moment that I was like, fuck it, I don't know where the record button is or the remote, but like we're not
Where
stopping.
is the phone? What does record mean?
Yeah.
Literally.
Like I don't know. I don't even know what the record button is. I don't know. I'm not taping it. I'm just fucking doing it and just going all in. Now, so you're saying the earliest this could happen is tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like it's like a weather forecast, like possibility of tomorrow, but might be pushed back the next week. Getting a.
Yeah, because like it was planned for tomorrow, but then basically like if I want to record it, it might have to be next week because
you think they're gonna get cold feet?
They want to be anonymous.
So
I have to get masks.
I was gonna say you're in fucking Wisconsin. There's ski masks on every corner, like subways.
Yeah, but that's not cute. That's not cute.
It does. That looks like a mugging.
Yeah, that's not cute. No.
Get the multicolored rainbow like tie-dye ski masks. Make it fun,
I was gonna get like little bunny masks.
That was gonna be my next thing. Like if you weren't gonna go the hood route and
like
do the ski mask.
leather shit.
Oh, so you like the zippers for like he can't talk until he unzips his mouth?
No, not that hardcore.
Oh, okay. Like yeah. I don't know, like I feel like it was that or like the masquerade stuff, like
eye covering.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, like masquerade style, like where they do like the little creepy like sheep and like pig faces and bunnies.
Oh, those are cool. I wish they would be down for that.
Well, I mean, they don't want to be seen, so like whether
like
you're
horse heads.
Yeah, like yeah, like seriously, like like that weird like creepy goth type shit where it's like, all right,
like the masks at Halloween, like Spirit Halloween shit.
Yeah. But see,
oh my God.
the only
That's such a good idea.
But see, the only downside to doing stuff like that is like sometimes that can be a distraction to like what's really going on. Not for you, but for the viewer. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Like if I'm watching, like I'm like, I could be the type that's just really weirded and freaked out. Like, oh my God, his face looks like a fucking stuffed pig. Like he's got one of those black sheep masks on. Like, and I'm watching that, and I'm like, and then afterwards you're like, fuck, I just paid like $30 for this video to watch it one time, and I didn't even pay attention to what they were doing. I was so fucking tuned into, the evil like Alice in Wonderland getup that they were doing.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can backfire, but yeah, like I mean, I hope it goes down. I hope this happens, and you let everybody know, and we can tune in and watch this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be posted about.
Now, how often?
Scared.
Now, what are you scared for, though?
Oh, it's just like.
Because it's going to hurt?
If you knew how big their cocks were, you'd be scared too.
Well, I'd be scared if anybody comes at me with their cock, but I mean that's
That's what I'm saying. You'd be scared too.
I'd be scared if any dude comes near me with his cock and is like, I'm gonna ram this in you. Like, yeah, dude, like, slow the fuck down. I mean, how big are we talking here?
I mean, I didn't like pull out a measuring tape, but it was like, damn.
I
It
mean,
was like stretching me out for sure.
okay. I mean, well, you're
Yeah.
relatively tiny, right? Like how like what are your measurements? Like, how often do you kind of like measure? Like, I mean, because you look very petite.
Like I've taken a fair share of dicks, so like I feel like if I'm saying it's big,
Hmm.
it's pretty big.
Okay. So it's like
Yeah, like I've seen a bunch of dicks.
now that leads me to a question I was curious too. Is like so you probably don't know, but like how many guys have you hooked up and had sex with?
Like 1,000.
Really?
I'm being dead serious.
You I don't even know 1,000 people. Like personally. I mean,
Oh,
I guess you didn't know a lot of them personally either. Well, I guess personally, yeah,
yeah.
if you're having sex on it, it's personal, but you didn't know them prior.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I got people that follow me on socials and I don't know who the hell they are.
But okay, here's anyone listening, use protection. Like I always use protection. That's the only reason why I'm clean.
So, I mean, not even exaggerating, like close to 1,000 people you've had sex with.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. Like
Like that's why I'm saying like the only reason why I'm clean is because condoms exist.
that's like
Shout
your
out to
whole community.
condoms.
Yeah, we need a sponsorship, for a condom brand here.
Literally.
Like that's like your whole community. Like in that little small town in Wisconsin. Like you fuck the whole town.
Oh, I traveled. It's not all in one town, but
No, but what I'm
yeah.
saying, that's like the equivalent to a little small town. Like most towns probably have
That's
between 1,000 and
crazy. You don't
1,300
need to
people.
tell me that.
I mean, you're out in the Midwest. I mean, it's not like you're out here in the East Coast, where it's like big cities, like
True.
1,000 people live in one, square city block. You know what I mean? Like that's different. Like you live in little like fucking sweetest American apple pie Midwest Wisconsin. You know what I mean? Like I picture
Well,
like
they weren't all in Wisconsin, but yeah.
no, but what I'm saying is like if you stop and think about it, like the amount of people that you fucked, like could fill your neighborhood.
I'm not going to stop and think about that.
I mean, seriously, you could be like the village whore. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, we know who
'Cause,
Kandii
like,
is.
everyone in my neighborhood is gross. So, like, nah.
You don't want to fuck the people in your neighborhood.
No.
Now, do you like have like people in your neighborhood obviously do like neighbors and people know what you do?
A few people.
Hmm.
I've had, like, okay, like, so my friends give me shit for this because literally I've had people, like, try to stalk me, basically. Like,
What?
if I'm going somewhere and I'm live streaming it on Instagram or something,
Yeah, that could be
and
dangerous.
I won't even say where I'm going, but the person will know where I'm going.
That and they can see like landmarks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like she just
Yeah,
walked.
like they can literally, well, here's the other thing. People have seen me out and about and then like will message me about it later and be like, "Oh, I saw you at so and so."
Be like, yo,
And
bitch, I
then
saw
they'll
you at the
go to
Krispy
that
Kreme.
place. Yeah. Like, "Oh, I saw you at this venue. I saw you at, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm so happy they didn't come up to me and say hi."
Why, would that freak you
I'm like
out or?
so shy in
Oh, okay.
person. Like if I'm caught off guard or something like that, like if I'm out with my friends or something like that and like someone from online came up to me, I feel like it would be super weird because it'd be like my friends would be like, "What the fuck?" And then I'd have to be like, "Hi, sorry, you have to leave." You know what I mean?
Hmm. Now, have you had people that like offer their services to you or just want to hook up with you?
Yeah.
And how do you turn them down?
I'm just like, literally, I'm just like, sorry, baby, that's not on the menu.
Hmm. Okay. So
If you want
you, so
something else.
you, so you pick the guys. The guys don't volunteer themselves.
Yeah, usually it's people that have, like, hooked up with me, like, off camera and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if somebody went up to you and wanted to like hook up with you and they're like, I'm not trying to do this for your website or your webcamming or anything. I just want to fuck. Like, do people do that? Like, do people like recognize you and they're like, I don't really want to do the webcam thing, but I definitely want to hook up with you.
Yeah, but it's still just like, yeah, I have tons of options. Like, I'm good.
At least 1,000, you know.
Basically.
So what's the farthest you've gone away to like meet and hook up with somebody?
Like across the country a couple times.
And is that for like doing a shoot or just random hooking up with someone?
Just 'cause I like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the style type of guy that attracts you?
I like looks.
Okay. Okay. So like what about
Like,
age? Like is there an age
usually
requirement?
like my same age group or older. I like older guys for sure though because they're just like hotter.
What's the oldest guy that you've ever been with?
I don't really ask.
You don't
Probably
check
like
IDs? I mean, come on, you got to check IDs. You got to check these people in, you know. I'm
like
kidding.
if they're like physically I can tell they're in their 60s, I'm talking to be like, "Excuse me. How old are you exactly?"
Well, your guesstimation, what do you think is the oldest that you've ever hooked up with?
Like 65.
Okay. And I'm not supposed to ask
I
women their
don't know,
age,
'cause
but
like I'm not
how old are you?
asking. I'm 26.
Okay. So this guy could have been like your grandfather.
Yeah,
Was it worth it? I mean, did you enjoy yourself? Like,
it was worth the money.
it was worth the money. She's like, I'm not gonna say I liked it, but you know, it is what it is. Like the job got done.
Yeah.
Now, what is like some of your favorite positions?
um, like doggy style and reverse cowgirl, and I just like riding it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And 69.
Okay. Any ones that you just not like or turned off by?
Not really, no.
So anything's
Not that I can
pretty much
think
fair
of.
game.
Yeah, as long as she's good at it, like, I don't care what position.
Now, what about girls? Do you hook up with girls? Are you into
Yeah,
girls at all? Okay.
yes.
And then
I
like
like girls way better than guys.
now the girl thing, is that included in the 1,000 like people, or is that like 1,000 guys and like 1,500 girls? Like, is it all just grouped together?
Oh, no, like, I've barely hooked up with girls.
So it's mostly 1,000
Um,
guys.
yeah.
Okay.
I've had a couple threesomes with girls, though.
Okay. Now, are you more of the dom or submissive type?
When it comes to girls, submissive.
Okay. And what about being submissive that turns you on?
Um, I'm just not very dominant naturally. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not like it turns me on more. I'm just like, I suck at being dominant when it comes to girls. Because I'm just like, I don't want to tell you what to do. You're so pretty.
Now, what about guys?
That's fine.
Like, you'll
They
tell a
like
guy
being
what to
told what
do?
to do.
Okay.
They like it, so it's fine.
Now, do you think, do you feel like a lot of the guys enjoy that and they're just low key, like closet cases with it, or?
What do you mean?
Like a lot of guys will say that they're not, they don't like to be told what to do and everything, but then you find out later that no, they actually do like to be told what to do. Do you find that happen a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Too much. All the time. Especially the guys who always say they're dominant at first,
Hmm.
like the guys who are like submissive guys or like vanilla people won't say anything, or like true doms won't really say much. They won't just outright be like, I'm a dom, because it's like, if you're a real dom in most cases, or like if you want people to know you're a real dom, it just like shows. You don't have to like tell people. So like the minute someone tells me right off the bat, like, oh my God, I'm a dom, like they need to make sure I know. Then I just know it's like, okay, tell yourself whatever you need to.
Now, I also want to note that you've gone to a couple of these Exotica conventions, correct?
Yes.
So, kind of tell everybody who's never been to Exotica, like, what can they expect, or like, what were you expecting when you got there?
Oh, I've been to like tons of Exoticas. My first one was many years ago, and I was not sure what to expect because, like, I was meeting up with people and I was just going with whatever they were doing, honestly. It's like, all right, we're in Denver. Hell yeah, I'm gonna smoke weed with you guys. Like, they're pretty much on the same vibe as me, so I wasn't really arguing with them. Just like, yeah, I'm totally down to go to a dispensary and party and whatnot.
And then, like, do these guys, like, that you're like, I get down with and everything, do you ever get nervous that they're trying to, like, get you high to the point where they're trying to take advantage of you? Like, do you ever worry about that?
No. I'm not really ever like worried about that, just 'cause it's like, it's chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let everybody know where they can find you at online. So if somebody's listening and they're like, I really want to see more of her work, see, like request a certain show, where is the best way of reaching you?
So either my Twitter, Kandii X Kitten, or my Instagram, Kandii X Kitten.
All right. And then you go there and you get all the links and do all the great stuff. So on average, like, I mean, like, what are people spending on a show? Like, what can somebody who is trying to plan something, like, what can they look to be spending on something like this? Is this something that's going to, like, ruin their pockets, or, like, what's an average show worth?
Oh man, I don't want to like, make people think they can't afford it or something.
Okay, so they can always
it, like,
inquire
it
and just
depends.
ask.
Yeah, it just like depends what like you're looking for and how long of a show and everything like that.
Because some
'Cause
things could cost
everyone,
more. Yeah, I got you.
yeah,
I
some
got you.
people want something super 2 minutes, and some people want something for an hour. So it just like all depends, honestly.
They're like, I want a half a day with you. I'm just gonna,
Yeah,
keep the camera
which
running.
I'm totally down with.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, a couple more questions before we let you get out of here. Someone to know, what is your ultimate fantasy?
Oh man, my ultimate fantasy is doing an orgy at Exotica.
Like on
Some kind
the
of
convention
orgy,
floor, or like?
like after party.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, because that's gonna get a lot of people watching if you did it out there on the floor.
Yeah, after party, Exotica orgy.
How many
That's
is
my
too
fantasy.
many? Is there a limit?
Oh my God. If I start thinking about COVID, it's too much.
Okay. Well, that could be like more than 3.
Okay, like I'm thinking
All right, take COVID
at
out of this
minimum,
situation.
like at least 10, 10 to 20-ish.
10 to 20
Maybe
guys.
30. Yeah.
Okay, maybe 30 at the least. At the least 30.
Well, guys and girls.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
would you like to partake in one of these like gangbangs where some guy just kind of just, they just go on the line, just taking turns on you?
That sounds fun. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Maybe not at Exotica, but
I mean, you put it out there, you give people enough notice, you'll get people to sign up.
See, that's why I have to clarify.
As I'm saying, you put it out there, you'll have a line of people standing waiting, and you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, last Exotica was crazy because like people that didn't even know me, didn't even know who I was, were asking to shoot like basically like boy girl for so cheap. And it was like they didn't even ask me my name first. They're just like, "Are you down to shoot for like for this much?" Are you like asking everyone? And I'm just like, that's so terrible. Like, who does that? And I'm like, there's like, you know, a couple of people going with them. And I'm just like, how desperate are you? Like, no offense, but like, I'm not one to shame anyone. But I'm just like, I will literally give you the money if you need it that bad because this guy's like fucking crazy.
Now, have you ever thought about going mainstream, like into the adult world, or is it you kind of just
Yeah,
content?
I pussied out
Why?
because I just was like, I'm content. Like,
You just-
I'm not like in really like any need of like trying to.
I mean,
You
you're
know,
living comfortably.
I mean,
You don't need to build a
yeah,
brand, I
exactly.
guess.
I'm not like rich or anything like that, but
I
I'm just like super comfortable.
Yeah, I get
Like,
what you're saying. You don't want to sound bougie either
yeah,
and be like, I don't need the fucking money. Like, fuck it, I don't need to do that. But
yeah. It's not like I'm like definitely like it would be great exposure and whatnot and everything like that. But I just when it comes down to it, I just like pussied out because I'm just like comfortable.
gotcha. Now, is there
Yeah,
anything else you want the fans to know before we let you get out of here?
that I love them so much. They're crazy as fuck, but I love them.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you talking to us and kind of letting us into your world a little bit. And I'm still kind of mind blown by the 1,000 dicks, but hey, you know.
You'll get over it. I got over it.
I, I'll watch some of her footage and I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, that's just 1,001, 1,002.
Oh
Um,
my god.
but you got to let us know about the DP thing if it goes down and when we can kind of tune in and watch this. And
Yes,
hopefully
I'll
you
send it
find
to
some cool
you.
masks for them.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. We appreciate you again for coming on, and we want to see and hear more things from you. So anytime you got something crazy and wild that's going to go on, let us know. We'll bring you right back on the show, and you can give us the full play-by-play details.
Hell yeah. I'm so excited.
Well, you have a great rest of your evening. Thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thank you. Bye. Hi, I'm Kandii Kitten, and you're listening to Mix Masta B on MMB